Hey, child support, again, controversial topic. Some people like it, some people don't like it. You might be the person paying, you might be the person receiving it. But I wanted to comment in this video that in addition to child support payments, there are at least 3 other things that a court can order that are child-related expenses. Hey guys, Kyle Kaufman at hkklawoffices.com, attorney here based in Wisconsin, back with another video for you. Did you know that there are at least 3 things that are in addition to child support that you could be ordered to pay in your case that relate to your children? Before I get into that video, I want to remind you that if you like our channel here, please like, subscribe, and leave some comments below. We'd love to hear from our crowd, and we want to know what you're thinking and what questions that you have. Hey, child support, again, controversial topic. Some people like it, some people don't like it. You might be the person paying, you might be the person receiving it. But I wanted to comment in this video that in addition to child support payments, there are at least 3 other things that a court can order that are child-related expenses, okay? The first one, guys, is health insurance, okay? You have to, so some people presume, hey, one parent's going to carry the health insurance, I'm paying child support, so I'm not obligated to pay that. The court is going to require one or both parents to provide health insurance benefits for the child, okay? So if you're employed and you have insurance through your employer at a reasonable cost, the court is going to consider that and may make an order that requires you to pay the insurance, okay? Now, there are some situations where one parent carries the insurance and pays for it, and then the other parent has to contribute to the increased cost of insurance. Because keep in mind, there's going to be a different price point for your own insurance for yourself, but when you add a child or children to your insurance, the cost goes up. So the other parent who is not carrying the insurance will have to help pay that increased cost, and that's oftentimes then factored into the child support calculation, okay? Number 2 is uninsured medical expenses. Well, what's an uninsured medical expense? An uninsured medical expense is just like what it sounds. Anything that is not covered by insurance that's related to medical care, right? That could be a copay. It could be something that insurance doesn't cover, like an expensive surgery. I've seen some cases where it's included that over-the-counter medication is considered an uninsured medical expense. Typical orders that you would see in Wisconsin are that the parents, regardless of the amount of child support that one person is paying or not, the typical order is that uninsured medical expenses are going to be shared equally between the parents, equally, okay, 50-50. The third thing here that you might have to pay in addition to child support is variable costs. What are variable costs? Okay, here's the definition I'm going to read to you that they provide to us in Wisconsin. Variable costs mean the reasonable costs that are above basic support costs that are incurred by or on behalf of the child. And that includes, but it is not limited to, the cost of childcare, tuition, a child's special needs, and other activities that involve substantial costs, okay? So there's 4 things that kind of talk about there. Now, so you might pay child support, the other person's receiving child support, and depending on the percentage of time that a parent has, you may have to pay a percentage of the variable costs, okay? A common situation is if there's 50-50 placement, equal and shared, okay? You're gonna pay 50% of the variable costs. If you're the primary parent and the other parent has less than 25% of the time, then the person with less than 25% of the time is probably going to pay 0 for variable costs. In the event that that person is paying the maximum amount of child support and the parent's receiving it, so then the parent receiving the maximum amount of child support is just responsible for all the variable costs, okay? So the percentages can change depending on your placement. I just gave you 2 ends of the spectrum, and you need to talk to a lawyer to find out where you are in that scenario on that degree and how much of the variable costs you might be on the hook for, all right? You want to talk to a guy like me, get in touch with an attorney in Wisconsin or in your state and talk about these 3 things: variable costs, health insurance, and uninsured medical expenses. We'll see you next time. Thank you.